Hi, crafters and stampers. It's Diane, the creative inkster. Thought I would give you a couple of quick tips on my preparation for organizing my craft supplies. Because let's face it, if you're a crafter, part of what you do and part of what you love is organizing all your craft supplies. So these are the 5 new in colors from Stampin' Up. There's Soft Succulent, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya. Always forget this one. Polished Pink, and Evening Evergreen. So with my 5 new in colors, I'm going to want little swatches. So this is like a little swatch template that I made, and then I keep up to date. So I have done a new one for the in colors. I'm going to show you Magenta Madness because I didn't, I needed to do one extra from last year. So what I do is I take this punch, the Delightful Tag punch, and I pick this one specifically. My piece of paper is 3 inches by 2 inches, so it slides in there kind of nicely. It's a nice little swatch size. And then I always like to flip these over to make sure that I'm centered well before I punch. Punch that. I'm going to have this piece, which is garbage, but I'm going to hang on to this little dot for a second, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So there is my tag that will go on this ring. I did do labels for them. I'm going to show you the white labels because the clear ones are not going to show up well. But this is what a sheet of the white labels looks like. So it's the name of this of the color, the item number for the paper, and the collection it's in. And I print them on clear. You could print them on white, but I print them on clear so that they will fit nicely and still show through the color there. And these labels are 1 inch long by 2 5/8 wide. They're kind of the standard Avery labels. So then I would prepare this set. And how I use this is I'll take a color, actually I'll use the other side because I get more of the color. And I'll find this, I think, is Coastal Cabana. And I can then pull another color in to see, oh, does it go nicely with this new Fresh Freesia? Kind of, yeah. Or a pink, or actually it does go nicely with these, the Blackberry Bliss. The problem with the clear labels is sometimes you don't read it very well when it's a really dark color, but I still like the clear labels. I mean, I know looking at it that that's Blackberry Bliss. So it's kind of a little helpful tool for me that I keep handy. We have this leftover little dot, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take my ink refill and my fine tip glue pen, because it's got a nice strong adhesive and it's easy to manage the edge of it. I'm going to put a little dot on there. So I've got a little wee dot on this. And when you're closing these, you want to hold it in your hand sort of this way so that you get the tip and the point. The point goes into the tip. I'm not close enough to it by trying to put this in the camera, but you slide it in there so that closes up well. So I've got my little daub on the bottom of this ink refill, and then I pick up the circle and I put it on. And the reason for that is I used to store all my inks upright, and this way I could very easily see without having to lift them all which ones were which. So it's just a helpful tool, and I've just gotten in the habit of putting that on. Here is how I do store my ink refills. So I have one of the older Stampin' Up! Cases. You could use a paper pumpkin box or something else. I get these labels, and I need a new one from bevadams.com, BEVADAMS.com. She makes them, probably have those in a few weeks yet. But inside I can put 10 ink refills, as sometimes I can fit more if I have an extra one, as one is becoming empty, and I can store them in there. But she posts these for free, and you can just print them off her website. And I store these inside with my other colors. So I showed you that. Something else I do is on my paper rack, I have a label for my paper rack is metal. can't really show you a picture. If you've been here, you've seen it. And it holds 48 different packs of paper. It's 2 racks, I guess, actually. So I'll take a punch, and I'm going to redo all of them for this year. The last one I did was with a retired punch. So this is the rectangle postage punch. And so I'm using a leftover piece here from somewhere else on Just Jade. So I'll just slip that in there. Here's a little tip too. If you're trying to get a small piece in and it doesn't want to go, take your pick tool, and with the putty end, you can sometimes get it to kind of line up where you want. Or put a sticky note on it. That's the other way. I'm just too invested in this video to go over and grab that. Okay, so I'm gonna punch one out. I've got my Just Jade color. I'll print the labels in white and grab the Just Jade label and stick this on here and wrap it around. In this case, because it's big. I could also make it smaller. I wanted the bigger writing this year. And what this tells me is the color, the paper item number, and the color collection. Then on the back of it, I get these from Dollarama. They're just Velcro dots. You need one of the hard piece ones and one of the soft piece ones. And I put the hard piece one on the punch, and the soft piece one I put like this, and then it's sticky, and I can stick it on the front of my paper rack. And so I know when I go over there, the colors and what they are. So that's how I kind of designate some of my paper rack items. Something else I do as I'm preparing for new products is I have that same list of colors, only have them in smaller labels. And I will get all my ink daubers ready to go. We have discontinued the sponges, so I will be changing up how I store the sponge daubers, because I used to store the sponge daubers with the sponges themselves. But I have the different colors, and I'll take a sponge dauber for each. Our sponge daubers are 5 in a pack for, let's say, just about $8, a little less. And wrap that around. These are the labels are 80 up on a page. They're Avery number 5167. It doesn't say on here, does it, the size? I think they're a half inch by 1 and a bit. Oops, I get lost here. There's my papaya one. So I'm going to have a sponge dauber for each of the colors. I do a lot of sponging and I do enjoy it. You can, of course, wash these. So while they might be stained, you can reuse them, or have sort of one for pinks, one for greens, one for reds, you know, and just as you build your collection of them. But I like having them this way. So I have one for each color. That's that list of labels. It took a little time to create the labels, but once they were done, boom. I think that's about it for sharing with you today. Oh, one last thing, almost forgot. My in color Stampin' markers, 2 years fit in here. I do need a new label sheet, again from bevadams.com. This is our standard ink case, and so she'll have one that'll be 21 to 23, I think. And here are the in color ones that have 1 more year to go. The only thing I do with these is I don't like to get stickers around them and such, as I just put my initials in black marker on the end. Sometimes they start to wear off, but it helps me when I go to events or I have people in, when we can do that. And I have extra sets here for people so they don't mix up their supplies with mine. This is the new in color ones. And I just noticed that if you keep these plastic containers they come in, 2 fit in the box. I never realized, because I've never kept them before. So I will go through and put my initials on, and I'm kind of a fussy kind of person, so I put them on the thick end, the brush end. I'll just put my initials on there. It's funny, some of the packaging or even the black marker doesn't take to the surface as well as on other plastics. Like the ones I did here were just really great. So anyhow, that's what I'm going to do there and finish that cleanup. And I will be set with my organization. I don't, on my punches, I don't put a sticker with my name or the item number or anything. I do put my name in black marker on the back. When I sell them, you can use a white erase marker to rub over this, almost like an eraser. You just rub the dry erase and it will take most of the Sharpie color off of plastic. Excuse me. When a punch is retired, I'll put a little yellow dot on it. And that just reminds me when I'm demonstrating that something is actually retired. So that's it for storage for today and organizational tools. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.